Hey guys, I know earlier this week we talked about Elite and the breakdown of it, but I want to break it down even further because I remember the first time I got this email and it was complete gibberish to me. So I want to break down each area, and then I also want to show you how I break down how I'm going to set goals for the month so that I can make sure that I hit Elite. And, for Melanie and I, we're pushing for top 10. So we have goals that we like to increase as the month goes on or the year goes on to make sure that we are surpassing our previous records so that we know that we're going to end up eventually at the top. So this is actually one of my emails from the beginning of this year. And as you can see, you have the different categories, and then where it says points and then it says max. The max points in each category is the highest number that you can get in that category. So for instance, let's say you are killing it with your new personally sponsored coaches, getting Success Club. And as you can see in that column right there, I have 111 points. Well, 111 points is great, and that's fantastic, and you want to have as high as numbers as possible. But I can only apply 59 of those 111 to me getting Elite. And so you'll see all the way on the end here, it shows I don't have any points yet for incremental ATV. And that's normal. It's completely normal not to have any of those points until really the second half of the year, because what that means is you have to beat last year's complete total ATV, which ATV equals your personally sponsored coaches volume, your personally sponsored coaches volume, and their personally sponsored coaches volume, so 3 levels. For instance, Melanie is 3 levels down from me. So it goes my personally sponsored coach, Katie, her personally sponsored coach, Nikki, and then Melanie is Nikki's personally sponsored coach. All of their volume helps me in ATV. And so it's going to be your 3 levels that are going to help you with your ATV. You'll see in the top left-hand corner that it says 2013 ATV. That's the total that you need to beat. And you need to beat it, I'm going to show you in the next page, by at least 110,000 over last year in volume. So if last year you had 100,000 in volume, you need to get 210,000 in ATV to make sure that you get the minimum of 11 points to hit the 125 that you need for Elite. So I'm going to go back 1 second. The reason why I say a minimum of 11 is because if you look on the max totals, you'll see that you can get 55 in the personally sponsored coach PV total, and you can get 59 in the total for Success Club. So that leaves an extra 11 points that you need to fill to get the 125 that you need for Elite. So at a bare minimum, you need to beat last year's record for ATV if you want to get Elite by 110,000. Obviously, you can get higher in that number and save yourself from having to max out the other categories. So it's all about strategizing what's best for you. Some of you guys who are still just building your teams, it might be easier for you just to aim to get the 11 in that category and then focus more on getting the most bang for your buck in personally sponsored coach PV and Success Club PV. For some of you that really have a couple strong members on your team that are contributing a lot of ATV a couple levels down, you might actually max out that category and struggle with maybe the personally sponsored coach PV. So as the year goes on, obviously we're only a few months in right now, you're going to see that things start to shift and change. You'll understand where you're strong and maybe some of the areas that you're weak. And as you discover that, you'll be able to set your goals to make sure that you're filling the areas that you're strong with as many points as possible so that you don't have to fill the areas that you're weak. So as I showed you in the beginning part, you need 110,000. The next one is 55 points if you wanted to max out that category from PS Coach TV. And that's basically the coaches that you sign up this current year. Every 500 in volume that they cumulatively do, so doesn't have to just be one of them, it can be all of them combined, you get 1 point. If you wanted to max out that category, over the entire year, you have to average about 5 points a month to get the 55 points. What that breaks down to is 2,500 in TV from your 2014 coaches a month. And as you can probably imagine, those numbers accumulate very slowly in the beginning of the year because you only have a couple new coaches so far this year. But as it gets further along and those coaches start to develop that are new now, you'll see that that number goes up a lot quicker towards the end of the year. So don't stress if you have like 1 or 2 points there now. You can definitely plan to raise that number up by the end of the year and have a lot more than just average of 5 points a month. So that's one that you have to kind of watch. But the way that I ensure that I'm making sure that I'm getting the most bang for my buck in that category is I'm going to focus on this next category, and that is Success Club points from coaches in 2013 and 2014. I know from experience and from breaking down the numbers that Success Club is absolutely the best way to grow your business in all areas, in ATV and the new personally sponsored coach PV, everything. Because I know if a coach is consistently getting Success Club, their business is succeeding. It's moving forward every single month. And so I really focus on helping my new coaches and my old coaches hit Success Club on a regular basis. That one you can max out at 59 points, which really breaks down to only 2.5 of your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club per month throughout the year. That's really not that much at all. So what I like to do is really go above and beyond in that category and help people get success starters and help them to realize that if they help their coaches get Success Club, then they're going to have a lot more volume coming in, which hence means a lot more income. So we all win in the category of Success Club. That is, by the way, 2.5 coaches if you yourself are hitting Success Club each month, because as you know, you get 2 points for every coach that hits Success Club if you hit Success Club yourself, only 1 if you do not. As leaders, you have to be leading by example, and I hope that you guys are getting Success Club, because obviously you don't want to jib yourself of double points, and you have to show the people the way. So I'm going to break you guys down and show you what Mel and I do each month for goals, because it's really important. It's something that we've kind of figured out. If we stay focused on these areas, not only do we hit elite, but our teams grow and our coaches start to rank advance and hit elite naturally as well. So what we do is every month we set a goal for how many coaches we're going to bring in that month. Now, I can't tell you that you can control how much volume your new coaches bring in, how successful they are, but what you can control is how many people you're bringing into your business. And I know if I'm bringing a consistent amount of people in, some of those people are going to be the ones that are ready for change, and they're going to be pushing forward, hitting Success Club, making team volume, and we will all win. So I would challenge you, rather than to focus on, rank advancing and getting your coaches to rank advance, that you more so focus on getting them connected to Success Club, and then also adding a certain amount of people each month and challenging yourself each month to maybe raise the bar a little bit more. So if you're only bringing in 1 coach a month, obviously you're depending on that 1 coach. What I would like to see you guys do is set your aim a little bit higher so that you're pushing yourself to find maybe 3 or 4 coaches a month. Maybe you're averaging 1 a week, or maybe you're averaging 5 a month and you're hitting them all in the last month. It doesn't matter, but that's a goal that Melanie and I have. We usually shoot for something like 10 to 20, which might sound crazy right now, but over a period of time, as you've been consistent with all of these different areas, things start to happen and people start to come to you and you get a lot of referrals, and your challengers eventually become coaches and things happen. So figure out what the best goal is for you to hit your goals, and make sure that you try to beat yourself, challenge yourself to go a little bit more each month. Also, we help our coaches hit Success Club, and that's at the end of the day out of our control. But if I see a couple coaches and we're midway through the month, and I can go through my sponsorship drill down and see where everybody's at, and they're at 3 points, and I know they only need 1 more challenge pack to hit Success Club, I can definitely nudge that person in the right direction. Maybe we can go through and come up with some posts, or we're going to do a promotion, or whatever that might be that helps them push over the edge. Maybe they have a customer who's giving them a lot of objections, and I can give them sort of what I would say to that person to maybe help them push them over and hit Success Club. Doing that kind of thing is really important. It's been a huge thing in my business because sometimes people don't push themselves. And when they realize Success Club is easy because they actually achieve it, it becomes something that's automatic for them. They realize they did it once, they can do it again. And you don't have to continue to go to the same people all the time. It's just really pushing people over the edge those first 1 or 2 times that helps them to really get some momentum in their business and see how Success Club can help grow it. Now, lastly, we set a goal for how much we're going to increase our volume, our team volume, and that really helps by doing the things above that we just talked about, by adding new coaches every month and by helping a few more people each month hit Success Club. If you're doing those things, your volume's automatically going to increase, and lo and behold, so will your rank. And I would rather you guys, as we talked about earlier this week, become $2,000 earning diamonds who are, getting there legitimately, making a great income, than a diamond that's just a bunch of discount coaches not going anywhere. Now, that's not to say that discount coaches can't become great coaches, because some of you probably did start out as discount coaches and then got the bug. So don't sway away from discount coaches, but don't rest on your laurels and think they're going to hold you at diamond forever and always. We also can break things down by how many challengers you're going to have each month, or how many challenge packs you're going to have. I would like to also see you guys push yourself with Success Club. If you're hitting Success Club 5, congratulations, but as a leader, you really have to step up to the game and lead beyond where you want your team to be. So if I want my team to be hitting Success Club 10, and I'm just hitting Success Club 10, they look at me and they're like, oh, I can see what Lindsay does, so I probably can hit Success Club 10. But if I'm hitting like 20 or 30, they're like, you're hitting Success Club 10. So I want you guys to really push outside your comfort zone. If 5 has gotten easy, or even 10 has gotten easy for you, I want you to think bigger. Because I promise you, the further you're leading your team, the further they're going to follow, and big things are going to happen. So hopefully, that little breakdown of how you can break down your goals will make Elite seem a little bit more manageable and something that's attainable for you. It really does change people's business, even if you don't hit it by the end of the year. It's something that you can push for and end up being a premier coach, and you still get cool parties and perks. So I hope that will help you guys, and we will see you tomorrow for the next portion of our Dynasty Master Training.